Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines. Please note that all hand luggage that cannot be securely stored in the overhead compartment or under the seat in front of you will need to be taken now. You're also reminded to take care of your personal belongings and valuables at all times. Thank you.
Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines, ladies and gentlemen. Please note that all hand luggage that cannot be securely stored in the weight compartment will need to be checked in now. You're also reminded to take care of your personal belongings and valuables at all times. Thank you.
Cabin crew, all doors closed. Ladies and gentlemen, all portable electronic devices must now be put in flight safe mode and then turned off. They must be safely stowed for departure. Please be reminded that smoking and use of electronic cigarettes are not allowed in the aircraft at all times. Thank you.
Singapore 424, Singapore Ground, good evening. Push back approved, face west.
Doors closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight. We are pleased to be carrying passengers of our virtual airline partners. All electronic devices must now be put in flight safe mode. Please approach our cabin crew if you require assistance. We wish you a pleasant flight.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of your safety, please pay attention to the safety video which will now be shown. Thank you.
Welcome on board Singapore Airlines. As the safety equipment on this aircraft may differ from that on other aircraft,
please give us your attention as we bring you through this important safety briefing and on a journey across our island home.
there are details you would not want to miss. During takeoff and landing, ensure that your tray table is stowed away. Put the back of your seat upright and keep your shoes on. Before we take off, stow your luggage under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartment.
Make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened during taxi, takeoff and landing. To fasten, bring the two ends of the seatbelt together until you hear a click. Tighten it by pulling on the strap. To unfasten, lift the metal flap. Whenever the seatbelt sign is turned on, infants should be lifted from the bassinet and secured with an infant seatbelt. For your safety, always keep your seatbelt securely fastened while seated.
If there is a change in cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will automatically drop in front of you. Pull the mask down sharply and place it over your mouth and nose. Pull the lateral straps to tighten it and breathe as usual. Secure your mask first before helping others. It is normal for the bag to not fully inflate. There are several emergency exits in this aircraft. Take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit, which may be behind you. Count the rows of seats to the closest exit in front and behind you. In the unlikely event of an emergency, or when you hear the command, brace, brace, assume the brace position. If you can reach the seat in front of you, lower your head and place it on the back of the front seat. Place your hands on top of your head, keep your feet flat on the floor and heels towards your seat. If you can't reach the seat in front of you, lower your head and lean forward as far as you can. Place your hands on top of your head. During an emergency evacuation,
424, runway 02 that is available for departure. Are you able to
follow the cabin crew's instructions. Do not take anything with you and exit the aircraft calmly.
Singapore 424, we clear Mumbai, overflow 3 Echo departure, runway 02 left. Rest of clearance remains unchanged.
Connect the clip and pull to tighten. Inflate the life vest by pulling the red tabs or blowing into the mouthpiece. Life vests have a whistle and a light to attract attention. Special life vests are available for children. Inflate your life vest only
correct.
Step into the raft. Life vests are located under or between your seats. Before using an evacuation slide, remove high-heeled shoes and leave all belongings behind. Slide down sitting upright with your arms in front and focus on the landing area.
All large electronic devices, such as laptops, must be stowed for taxi, takeoff and landing. During these times, charging your electronic devices is also not allowed. If you're not using your device, it must be held in your hand or placed in the seat pocket in front of you.
If your device falls into the gap between the seats, do not adjust them. Please ask the cabin crew for assistance instead.
We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking, including the charging and use of e-cigarettes, is prohibited throughout the aircraft, including the lavatories.
Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoyed discovering the rich details that make Singapore home. Please refer to the safety card located in the seat pocket in front of you for more information.
And on behalf of Singapore Airlines, we wish you a great time on board, as well as anywhere in the world we take you.
Singapore 424, taxi Victor Romeo, holding point Whiskey 9er, runway 02 left.
We will be dimming the cabin lights for takeoff. Thank you.
Crew to your takeoff stations, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened and the window shades are drawn up. Thank you.
Singapore 424, contact Singapore approach 424.6 today.
Singapore 223, welcome to Singapore, vacate Whiskey 4, turn right Whiskey.
Whiskey 4 Whiskey, Singapore 223.
Singapore 424 Super, Singapore approach, good evening, line up runway 02 left. Singapore 223, contact Singapore ground 124.3, bye bye.
24.3 over the ground, Singapore 223, CF.
Singapore 424, surface winds 340 degrees 6 knots, runway 02 left, clear for takeoff, climb to 3000 feet. SQ424 radar identify, climb unrestricted, flight level 240, proceed direct to Eggman. Singapore 424, contact Lumpur radar 132, that's no 8, bye bye.
Harbour to Delta, runway 33, squawk, Lumpur radar, could you repeat the squawk code, red cap 393?
Okay, 393, I say again, Kyoto Kuala Namu, Buga 2 Charlie departure, runway 15, 4,000 feet, squawk 2115.
To Kuala Namu, Harbour to Charlie, climb 4,000 feet, squawk code 2115, red cap 393.
Okay, 393 correct. Singapore 424 Super Lumpur radar identified, come to flight level 380, direct to Canet. Bridge 1384, push and start approved, exit via CR1.
Push and start approved, exit CR1, Bridge 1384. for radar, red cap 393 is ready for startup.
Okay, 393, push west, approved, face west, runway 15.
Push back approved, red cap 393, facing south.
Okay, 393, I say again, facing west for runway 15.
Push back approved, red cap 393, facing west.
Okay, 393, just confirm you copied runway 15 for departure.
Will crew, red cap 393.
Request taxi, runway 30 right. Mission 134, taxi waypoint of 19, runway 32 right via Sierra 1, Bravo 10 and Alpha.
Taxi to waypoint of 19 via Sierra 1, Bravo 10, via Alpha, Mission 134.
1384, when ready, runway 3 to right, clear for takeoff.
We are ready for departure, clear for takeoff, runway 3 to right, mission 124.
Position 1054, operator.
1054 and right for stand Bravo 5. Copy risky info Alpha Passenger to the benefit level 2320.
Mission 1054, copy Tunggano 230, ATC clear to Tunggano via People's 2 Delta departure, runway 3 to right, climb 5,000 feet, squawk 0314.
Clear to Tunggano via People's 2 Delta, departure runway 3 to right. Initially planned to 5,000 feet, but 0314. Mission 1054.
Mission 1054.
Radar receiving the A380 evening in Alpha 6, ATIS information Alpha, request aerospace Singapore flight level 370.
Scuba 89 Lampu radar evening, clear to Singapore, Pog 1 Alpha departure, climb 6,000 feet, and transponder 2106.
Roger, clear to Singapore, Pog 1 Alpha, initially climb to 6,000 feet, walk 2106.
Scuba 39.
Welcome 393, requesting for a taxi.
393, taxi only point Yankee 2, runway 15, straight ahead, Jalan Bila.
Taxi straight to Yankee 2, Welcome 393. Station 1384, airborne, passing 2000.
Station 1384, identified, climb to flight level 290, unrestricted.
On the flight level 290, unrestricted, station 1384. Lampu radar, record 393 at holding point Yankee 2, ready for departure.
Clear 393, line up runway 15.
Line up runway 15, record 393. Radar 30105 for request push and start.
Mission 1054, push and start to runway 3 to right.
That would runway 3 to right.
Record 393, runway 15, clear for takeoff, report M1.